Ladies and gentlemen, I have a spectacular video for you today. Right now, we're going a house in Sydney versus a two-bedroom, tiny little strata villa in Ipswich, Queensland, which is a butthole, but it's a great spot. It's a great spot. It's getting better. This property right here is a house that I actually bought myself. The address is 46 Brotherton Street in South Wentworth Hill. Now, we bought this property back, myself and the wife bought this property back in January 2019. Now remember that, so 6 years ago from today. We just sold this property recently for $1.238 million in September 2024. So give or take, let's say, what's that, 5 years-ish? Let's 5 years, give or take. We actually, if you look through the photos, we actually spent a load of money on there. I probably spent 150 grand on this property, right? So really, 745, I spent 150K. I'm really into it for even more. But let's forget about that for now because I want to show you, like always, that all properties can be amazing. It doesn't matter exactly what property type you have to stick to, but let's jump into it. So how much did the property grow over that period of time? Let's have a look at it. Now, if we just go off $745,000 and put that, and now we look at the sale price, which is $1.238 million. How much did it grow over 4.5 to say 5 years? It grew 142% in capital growth in Sydney, which is phenomenal. Great. However, let's move on to property 2. This property here is a 3/3 Rosegum Place, Redbank Plains. If I could go back in time, I would have not bought the Sydney one and bought 20 of these little, phenomenal little buys. I bought this property back in, let's have a look, back in 2020, right? Even says my name, Edward James Deline. There we go. I bought it back in 2020. Now, I did not pay $158,000. I paid $138,500. $138,500. If you Google the address 3/3 Rosegum Place, it does come up, but that is a typo. I didn't pay $158,000. I got a $20,000 price reduction on this property. It was a great deal, insane deal. I actually showed it to a client, and the client didn't want to borrow this property because they had to spend $3,000 on it. $3,000, that's a lot. But anyway, they didn't buy the property, and I did. And anyway, I just sold this property recently in October 2024 for $420,000. So let's jump on the percentage calculator, and I'm sure you know what's coming right now. The percentage calculator increase, $138,500 increase to $420,000 in, bear in mind, a shorter time frame, because I actually bought this property April 2020 and I bought the house in 2019. So I've actually owned this property for less time. 203% capital growth. $138,500 to $420,000. And let me remind you guys that this is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 1-car, strata titled villa with a tiny little backyard, and it's in Ipswich, right? It's not in Sydney. It's not in Western Sydney. There it is there. It's strata titled. And for those of people who are always caught up on strata and all that, this property only had, the strata was about roughly $3,000 per year, but that included the building insurance. What's better in this? A Sydney house versus a strata titled 2-bedroom villa in Queensland, Ipswich. Which one was better investment over that period of time? Which one was better? Clearly, the 2-bedroom strata titled villa was better because it almost tripled in value. It went up 205%, and the house in Sydney, despite not having strata and all that stuff, only went up 142%. I will take the percentage value over what a standard person wants to buy a house because they have an ego attached to it. But I'm just trying to get it through your minds out there, people, that you can make money in other types of real estate. Or more often than not, you can make even more money than if you follow the herd. Don't follow the herd, follow good investors. Thank you for watching. Comment below what you think. Thank you so much.